Hey there everybody, Matt Carter here.
And Jessica Carter.
And this video is our preview for Grey's Anatomy Season 16, Episode 17. We are going to try to pick up the pieces from what is very much a polarizing episode of the show, to say the least. I think we made our opinion clear that we thought it was a total disaster. I know not everybody agrees with us, but...
No, but there are some people that do agree with us. But yeah, not everyone agrees. There's lots of people out there that were happy with it. And that's good that they were able to please some people, but not me.
No, I know that they knew that they weren't going to be able to please everyone. I still think there were probably a dozen or so different things they could have done that were better, and not as much of a character assassination as what they did with Alex, but I'm not going to dwell forever on that episode itself, because we have to move forward. The show does go on. There are some other good things that are happening, but we'll talk about where we're going to see Jo go sort of moving forward, how she's going to be dealing with this, how other people could be dealing with this, but then, of course, the big question is coming. What's going on with Amelia's baby? Is Owen the father? Is it Link? How much longer are we going to go through all of this?
Yes.
Before we dive in, though, if you do enjoy this video, give us a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any other Grey's Anatomy news that we have coming up. Let's start, though, with Jo, because we already saw she's not doing great, understandably so.
Yeah, and she just kind of read this letter and just went back to work. And I feel like the shock of it all is going to melt away in this episode, where she actually starts to feel what just happened to her, that her husband has cheated on her, her husband has left her husband has left her some shares, and now her husband is off with somebody else.
Yeah, and that wouldn't be easy for anyone, let alone someone who already has major abandonment issues because of everything she's gone through already. I know that they're probably not going to spend 4 episodes with Jo just crying the entire time and devastated, because they've already done that storyline to some extent. Not the same circumstances, obviously, but I think they're going to try to approach this a different way, which is make Jo just be sort of a hero for the people, someone who has gone through a lot but is going to really try to put her first foot forward and try to move on, still be devastated, anybody would be.
My hope is just for Jo that she gets an opportunity to have a voice of her own, because she did not have any voice in this at all. It's fine that it's not her choice. Alex can do whatever he's going to do, but she just was sort of cut off from being able to have any real conversation about it. She wasn't able to react to it. She wasn't able to talk about it. Her voice was just gone. So I would like to see her have something, whether it's even she writes a letter that she never sends, she sends an email, she writes out an attack, she screams it at the mountaintop, she tells it to a friend, talks to Link about it, anybody, just something that gives her a voice. Because out of everything that happened in that last episode, that was one of the things that I felt the worst about, that it was just Alex has done all these things to her and Jo gets nothing, not even a voice to say, I'm hurt, I don't understand, can I have more explanation? Like, nothing.
I mean, I guess the thing we're lucky on this situation is that Grey's did introduce the Link character. I mean, I certainly don't think when they were sort of putting this character together last season that they knew Alex was leaving at this point. But it benefits them to have someone like that there who knows Jo and has known her for a very long time, who can be there for her. I have always been a Link defender, even when people are mad at Link for various things, or they didn't like the idea of him and Meredith when he first came on and all of that. And I think he's a genuinely, I think he's a kind person at heart. I think he wants the right thing. Doesn't mean he's always going to make the right decision, but he'll be there for her. I certainly think Meredith will be there for Jo, and I think they'll both be kind of sharing their own sort of grief, because, Alex was one of the most important people in Meredith's life.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's going to be a few people that are going to be really affected by this. I mean, Meredith, Jo, he left the hospital, like everybody just got left. So there's going to be a bigger support group of a bunch of people that are all going through the same effects to different degrees, and that they will be able to sort of lean on each other with that. That's my hope.
And then we have the other storyline that seems to be taking center stage here. And this is, all right, let's learn the truth about Amelia's baby. It seems like it's finally going to come out. I mean, I don't know why Teddy would make some sort of proclamation to Owen about it unless she knew and found out somehow.
Yeah, it was a really weird cut, though. So I'm not sure if she's going to be like, Amelia's baby is yours, Amelia's baby is Link's, Amelia's baby is an alien. I don't know what she's going to be saying. It was just such a strange cut for all of us, of course, to be like, what is she going to say?
Yeah.
My hope, but it's not going to happen, is that this baby is Link's. I just think that there is so much great story to be mined from that. You've got two people that are having a baby that don't know each other all that well, and raising a kid together while you're still trying to get to know each other. There is so many opportunities for drama and problems, and just there's a lot there, and I think that they're going to go with it being Owens, and it'll be a missed opportunity.
I mean, I was somebody who was very pro Owen and Amelia for a really, really long time, and I still like certain things about the two of them together, but I do really, I mean, maybe this comes from me being a Link defender, but I do like Link and Amelia a lot because I think Link's just got such positive energy, and he's just a very different person than Owen is, and I think that, Link's had his issue with wanting to know the truth and all of that, and I kind of understood where both he and Amelia were coming from with all of it. But the other question that's interesting is, let's say that Teddy does know the news that Owen is the father. Why is, unless Owen already knows, why is she the one delivering the news to Owen and not Amelia?
Yeah, I'm hoping that that is a misdirect, because it needs to be Amelia.
Yeah.
I mean, she is the mother. She is the person who should be responsible for telling him and breaking the news. But I mean, if Teddy finds out, I mean, she is engaged to him. And I know, yes, she went off and did this thing with Tom that felt really kind of, I don't know what's going on there. That was, Owen's just like, hey, you want to go sledding? And she's having this paranoid freak out and down the hole here. But I can also understand that if Teddy finds out that the first thing she is going to do is go and talk to Owen about it, if he's the father and she's marrying him, they got to talk about it. And waiting around for Amelia to get to it, I mean, I don't know. I would probably, if I was Teddy, have that conversation.
And if she is really paranoid about it and she finds out the news, I don't think she's going to want to just sit on it. I think she's probably want to go tell Owen about it as soon as possible, because
I mean, she is involved in the situation.
So I think the question then becomes, if this baby is Owen's, does Owen end up leaving? Does he sort of go back and forth? Does he find out about Teddy and Karasik, and does he use that as an excuse?
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
You can be, I said this in the last video about Alex, you can be a good dad and a loving father, and you do not need to be with the mother. My parents got divorced when I was 5. They figured it out. Like, you don't have to be together to be good parents. So, Owen, you don't need to burn your relationship to the ground over that. Over the cheating thing, that's something else that you guys can talk about and burn your relationship to the ground over that if you can't get past it. But you don't need to break up your relationship to be a good dad.
I feel, and this may just be just a certain corner of my brain that may not be accurate, I kind of feel like we're going towards eventually Tom and Teddy being back together.
Yep.
I feel like we're going towards Owen and Amelia eventually getting back there. And I don't know about this one. I'm the cagiest on this one. This may be my most controversial take. I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if in a year and a half we have Joe and Link together.
I think it'll be less than that. I think that they are definitely going in that direction with the two of them. And I really wish that they wouldn't. There's something really cool about their friendship that I really like. It's great that they are actually platonic, because a lot of people on this show are not. And to have a man and a woman on this particular show actually just be friends and that's all there is between them, like I'm kind of living for that. So if they don't want to get them together, that would be a-okay with me, but I see it going in that direction, and I see it going in that direction way faster than a year and a half.
If it's a year and a half, I won't be as upset about it, just because at least there's time. But if it is really, really fast, then it'll just be like, okay, well, then it just sort of feels like they're not giving their friendship any due.
Well, the other thing is Joe's going through it right now. So having, oh, my husband has cheated on me and left me in a letter, and here's some divorce papers, and goodbye, and she doesn't get to express what's going on. I mean, she may be in an emotional position where she just wants to have some sort of human contact, just a moment where she doesn't think about things and just have something that's just for her. I can see it happening a little bit faster, where it's not necessarily a rebound, but that it's something where she's just like, I need to fall into this with Link right now and just have a moment that's away from everything else.
Man, imagine how messy this is all gonna be if you have like those 3 different possible couples and it's all intertwined. I don't even know a word for it at that point, because it would be basically 6 different people. I can't. I know. I'm not even gonna try to picture that, but okay.
How messy that will be.
Yeah, that requires some surgery of its own. Go ahead and call in Dr. Gray. But okay, well, let's get your guys' thoughts on all this. Where do you think Grey's Anatomy is going entering season 16, episode 17? Share in the comments below, and if you do like this video, give us a like, subscribe, and if you want to support us further, check out the link to the store in the description, and we'll see you here next time.